Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So this actually is very interesting. What is going on? What is happening actually in the market right now? Because before right, I start talking about Bitcoin. I want to show you something, right? And what actually social media, right? What YouTubers are saying. People, well, on X, right? What they are saying. Let me show you here, for example, this guy. This guy, I don't know who is this guy, but I think he is very famous. So look at this. For example, he said like 3 hours ago, Bitcoin actually is flashing a new buy signal right now. So looking for at least a major breakout. I mean, I don't know who is he, but the thing here is like when I see these kind of things and I see how many people actually 1 million followers, you see, 1 million followers, and this guy is doing this face. I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's impressive, like how actually people are very smart, right? Very smart. The thing here is like you are following this. Just he's using just MACD here, and I don't know, like it's very hard for me to believe like this is actually a serious technical analysis. If we see just more, right, more things here, like more posts here, for example, about Bitcoin, everything is about well, Bitcoin to the moon, right? You see, Bitcoin to the moon, everything is bullish, right? The crypto, 1 million, right? The thing here is like the narrative here is on social media is everything is going to the moon, right? Everything, the market is about to start. Well, you are thinking in that way, well, you have a problem because actually the bull market started like almost 2 years ago, not now. Yeah. So what I'm showing you this is because all the things you see here is just noise, right? For example, here, right? People like to post about Bitcoin and say, "Oh my God, Bitcoin is going to the moon in 5 minutes, 5 minute time frame, right?" Or it's very risky for me to see something like this. For example, this guy, right? As crypto, I can see he has almost like 600,000 followers, something like that. 1.6 million followers. Oh my God. So as you can see here, yeah, he is looking for a season here. Well, what happened in 2021? Right now, the thing here is like they are comparing the previous cycle, but they forgot like Bitcoin has almost like 15 years or 14 years of price action. You cannot do these kind of things. I mean, like as a serious trader, you cannot do this. You can. It's very actually very stupid. So that's why I'm gonna show you, right, in my humble opinion, right, what actually based on facts, right, probabilities, what we can expect in the markets right now. So let me show you here the chart, and I'm gonna show you here. I want to start with this technical analysis in 1 day chart. And I said before, well, last week I was looking for a potential breakout. Yes, but time is extremely important, right? Time is extremely important, and I said in my private Discord, I said, hey, um, and you have to be careful here because Bitcoin is just in sideways, but if Bitcoin is not moving, I mean, like it's not breaking up, right? You will see time is extremely important, and right now we have a sell signal here. Sell signal. That's why I opened a short position around $105,000, looking for this direction. Yeah. Sideways, I think that is not possible. I think actually the range some traders they were trading in 4 hour chart is this one around a 102 101 is gonna be broken this time, and I am looking for around $95,000 and potential a potential break around. I'm looking for this around this area to be tested again. Yep. And well, actually, for me, this is a potential short position, a swing short position. The first one was here. Let me show you here. And I was in profit here, but Bitcoin actually pumped it, and it's very good because now we have a stronger signals. Like they are actually Bitcoin is going to the downside. And let me explain why. Well, in one the chart, we have here a sell signal here. Volume is still quite is well, it's also here. It's still good, but I'm expecting when we see Bitcoin actually around 97 95, we will see finally the sell signal as well in volume. But let me show you here in in the time frames, actually, for me, they are actually very, very important. And it's going to tell us, like, in the following months, what is going on with Bitcoin. First of all, here we have a 3D chart. Let me show you here the 3D chart here. We have a better divergence, very powerful better divergence here, with volume from this point on this point, as you can see here, from the highs of $107,000 and the highs of $109,000. And with volatility contraction here, we can say right now Bitcoin is getting ready for a potential break of this range. Yeah, from $107,000 and 90K, 94, and the odds are to the downside. Yep, so it's here. So what we can expect right now in the following maybe couple months, Bitcoin will start trending again, but to the downside, because we have a better variance here, and not just only this time frame. We have also weekly chart with better variance here as well. This point and this point, and as you can see here, we have the first warning sign, like the first red dot here in the volume. So of course this is not exact, because the volume is Bitcoin could be just in sideways for a long time. But as you can see here, as long as Bitcoin has this red dot here, the signal here, we can expect sideways or downside. In this case, honestly, for me, I am looking for, well, actually 90, 92, 94K and potential break all the way down to maybe 72, 73 in the following months. So let me show you here in the 2-day chart as well. We have a better surveillance as well. As you can see here, we have 2-day, 3-day chart, and weekly chart sell signal. And of course, in a few days, we will have the monthly close with a sell signal here. So if you ask me, also with a better surveillance as well. So if you ask me right now, well, what is going on to the moon, right? Because if we follow the narrative of social media, like, oh, you know what, to the moon, it's Donald Trump, right? Oh my God, no, everything is gonna crash. Yeah, everything is gonna crash based on the probabilities, right? So if you follow this, right, this, you will get the idea, like, because in a bull market, you get the idea like you are genius, you are very smart because you are making profits. Well, whatever you are doing to make money or in the bull market is gonna be tested in the bear market. Yeah. If you build a strategy, you feel like you are doing very well. Let's see how actually your strategy is, the performance, right, in a bear market. So if you are following this kind of guys, like they are just, I don't know exactly the business they are doing. I think they want to just get fees from the exchanges. I don't know exactly, but if you are following this kind of things, like altcoin season, right, and this kind of things, and well, I think you're following this guy, the CS, whatever, the BNB. Their job is actually to keep you bullish, right? To keep you bullish always in just one side of the market. And of course, by doing that, they can make money, right? Because you are paying fees, right? Every time when you execute a trade, you pay fees, right? So that's the way that is the business here. So that's why be careful here. Be careful here, because if you are following this or you're doing this, it's actually very dangerous. For example, this guy, right? You see this triangle, right? I'll see some is breaking out right now, right? 12 hours ago. And yes, of course, right? And now if you see the market is getting red, and it's gonna be red the following months. Yep. So that's why I am showing you this, because when I started doing this long time ago, I was just following this kind of people. I am not saying they are bad people, of course not, but it's a business here. So they don't care if you make money or not. They just, the only thing they care is you are using the exchange or paying the fees, whatever, because they get a commission. Like myself, I told you, like I'm bluffing, right? And that's why my content right now, if you use bluffing and exchange in this case, is free. Why? Because for me it doesn't make sense to actually ask you to support me on Patreon. You are already paying for that with fees. Yeah, in my case, I wanted to be more transparent with you. So, but that is the business here, right? They don't care about you are making profits or not. They want to get their cut. Yeah. So in my channel, at least in this channel, I want to try to do everything different, a little bit different, because here I started this channel because I really like trading, and in real life it's very like lonely doing this, right? Because no one cares about, I mean, if I talk about money, finance, kind of things, people think like I am a gambler or something like that, right? So Well, so let's talk about the narrative right now. We are gonna have an altcoin season because it's actually very important to understand like what we are right now. Okay, right now Bitcoin is in Bitcoin dominance is around 69%, right? So right now we are in a Bitcoin season, not altcoin season. As long as the Bitcoin dominance is bullish, we are in Bitcoin season, and the trend is your friend. And with this buy signal here forming in weekly chart, there is no alt season. Technically speaking, there is no alt season. So still looking for maybe the rest of the year around 70%. I'm talking about all 2025, right? Because the Bitcoin dominance is trending for at least 2 years. So here, my friend, here, my friend, maybe all this year, right, we will see potentially around 65, 68. And not just because it's in this value, you will buy altcoins. No, you have to follow the principles of trading. How? Well, after you see Bitcoin is here, well, you see there is a period of distribution or consolidation, whatever, right? In this case, it's going to be distribution like this. It's going to take a few months. So don't rush, right? Don't rush, and you will have time uh, to actually buy altcoins. And keep in mind this: right now, every second there is a new meme, right? There is a new meme, and now there are too many shitcoins out there. There are too many. Like not all of them they will pump, just a few of them, right? So that's why you must be very selective. What you need to build your portfolio. You have to be patient, right? You will have time. So as you can see here, Bitcoin dominance will keep pumping here. Yeah, around 67, 68, maybe by the end of the year. Right now, many crypto YouTubers, right? Crypto whatever, they go to 1 hour chart here, and they are doing this, right? You see, the alt season is coming, right? 1 hour chart, they are doing this. Seriously, you see some people, actually, many of them, they are doing these kind of things. You have to be careful, right? Because they don't care if you are making money or not. They don't care about you. They are the only thing they care is just they need to get their commission, right? Their fee from the exchanges. In my case, as I said before, this year I am doing the same thing, but the difference is like the content is gonna be free in my private channels, everything, as long as you are actually using the accounts. In this case, Bluffing, and I will add BitGet in the future and other exchanges. But okay, so right now here we have the Tornado friend, and as you can see here in the monthly as well, the monthly is very good reaction of Bitcoin dominance here, testing the 55, looking for around 69, 70% this year. And volume, as you can see here, is coming. So there is no evidence like the alt season right now is coming. No, actually, I think it's not possible right now. The odds are very low. So now let's continue with the USD dominance. Yep, as said before, right? Because I follow a strategy, right? And this strategy, at least the last 6, 7 years, using this strategy, I already proved like actually this is not perfect, right? My system is not perfect, right? I take losses like many of you, but in the long term, actually is actually good. You can join to my private channels and you can ask to the traders there. Many of them they recover from 2021 crash, right? You can ask to them. Of course, they will not maybe say how much money they made, but in general, actually they recovered. And actually, I'm very happy for all of you guys. So let me show you here. This is like this. There is no other direction. There is no other direction. Okay. So as you can see here, one thing is social media is saying, right? All the crypto YouTubers, right? And what are the facts, right? In the chart. Of course, it depends on the system you're following. It depends. That's why it's very important. You have to build your strategy, right? And not just only build your strategy. You have to back test your strategy, and not just only 1 month, 2 weeks, at least 6 months. And after you get the results, you can say, okay, this system is working, right? But the reality is like many people don't have the discipline to do that, right? So that's why there are many people following YouTubers, right? Because they don't have their own discipline to build, right, or and learn. It's an investment. It's like a business here. So if I know 2025, 2020, maybe 2026, right, it's gonna be like this. So I will just be careful with my investments, right? Because in the long term, right? Potentially Bitcoin is gonna reverse, and all the crypto space, of course, is gonna reverse. So now I let me show you Bitcoin again here in the big picture, right? We go to BLX. This is the oldest chart of Bitcoin right now here. Let me show you here the logarithmic. Yeah, okay. Let me show you something. Bitcoin, the ME55 in my previous live stream, someone asked me, "Hey, is important? Is it important like the ME55 in your system?" Of course, yes. And the reason is because, as you can see here, the ME55 has been acting as support for many years. Yeah, for Bitcoin. Every time when Bitcoin was testing the ME55, is when you got actually almost the bottom there. Yeah, it's not exact, but almost the bottom there. So right now here, as you can see, the ME55 is around $42,000. The last time when Bitcoin tested this area was in 2023. Right now it's around 700 days, and in average, Bitcoin, right, in average, from here to here, it was around 1,000 days, 1,200. From here to here is around 200 days, and from here to here is around 1,000 days. So in general, you can say, oh, okay, above 800 days around there, we can start expecting maybe another test, another 1,000 maybe around there. So right now we are in the 100 days around there. So the following 300 days, I mean 2025, right? We should expect Bitcoin will test again, right? In average, right? The ME55. So the problem with this is like right now, Bitcoin, as you can see here, if we see the volume is actually approaching the danger zone, right? This is danger zone with volume. The last time when Bitcoin tested here was 2014, 2017, remember? And when Bitcoin was at $1,000 all the way up to 20K. And right now, Bitcoin is in the same area. Of course, it's going to take time. But if you see what happened after that, well, of course, in the long term, after Bitcoin tested this area, major crashes came to the market. You see? Major crashes. So that's why there is no way, technically speaking, I can say right now Bitcoin will hit $1 million. Of course not. There is no that you think in that way, you are thinking in that way, or you bought at 90K because Bitcoin is going to the moon. Well, maybe you will have to wait around 4 or 5 years to break even, maybe because you will be in a massive loss in the future. Of course, it depends on your goals. In my case, I am investor, of course, yes, but I am using my skills as a trader to start looking for the best area to buy, right, in the long term. Now, as you can see here, right now we have here a sell signal. I think we will get the confirmation this month in the close of January, and from there, all 2025, we can start looking for a pullback, a major pullback right now. Now let me show you something else. We have the bi-weekly chart. Usually I don't use this time frame, but it's very interesting here. The only bullish, only with volume, based on volume, right? Volume, the only bullish indicator I have in higher time frames is the volume here in bi-weekly chart, where technically speaking, only just every time when in this time frame we have this cross above the center line here, we got a massive bull run from this point and this point. You see, sorry, let me fix it. From this point and this point and this point and this point. Okay. Now the problem with this approach, the problem with this technical analysis here is this. Let me show you here. We got here in 2020 a fresh buy signal. The momentum was just actually very good. Volatility was very low here, and finally we got this momentum here to the upside. In this area, Bitcoin actually was in consolidation here, in consolidation for a long time here, and we got a buy signal in the monthly supporting this signal. Right now, we don't have that support. Right now, in monthly, we have a sell signal with various divergence. So there is a very good chance this signal here potentially is actually fake. And actually right now it's expanding. But because it's expanding and we have a sell signal in the monthly, the odds are to the downside. So recap, let me show you here. This time frame is to the downside, to the chart. through the chart to the downside, weekly chart to the downside, and monthly to the downside. I know is not something you want to hear, right? But you are thinking the bull market started here in this area. I think you were blind because maybe you missed all this move, right? So that's why be careful here. Be careful because I know now you are bullish because Donald Trump released its own meme coin, right? Do you see what happened with the Donald Trump meme coin? Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you what happened with this thing. I think here is better. Um, yeah, we can ignore this volume here, but look at this. The pump from $25 all the way up to 76, and now is down 65%. So is there, right, we can say, right, is the first president in the world, right, who is actually dumping, right, all its assets, right, all his assets, right? Just be careful here because when you see these kind of things, it's not because everything is going to the moon. No, actually, no. Remember, this is a business. You think like this is like a business for you to understand. It's going to be easier for you to understand, like because it's a business. The business here is making money, right? And who are actually very easy targets? Well, you and me, because we are retailers, right? We cannot move the markets, but that's why in this channel I'm trying to teach you how actually. Exactly, you are correct. The first presidential rock ball. You are correct. Yes. So the thing here is like we have to be very careful here because you are thinking this narrative like, yeah, it's bullish, AI agents, all that garbage. Yes, you can make money with that. Yes, but you have to understand like there are different ways of trading, right? You can actually make money with meme coins and and all the narratives there, yes, but they are very high. They have a very it's like very high risk, yeah, right? So that's why, because you're blind. You're okay. This guy, for example, this meme coin of what is the name of this one? This one, buying USDT. For example, this one here, yeah. You bought here, for example, at 12 cents. I will be honest with you. I bought this one, and I will be. I don't trade on incomes. Is because I am learning another way of. I am learning DeFi right now. I'm trying to learn farming and this kind of things. I want to understand much better the DeFi ecosystem. It's not serious. It's just something like right now. It's just an experiment, right? But I was farming here. I started farming, following some like strategies of farming, and suddenly by accident, because this is just I was lucky, this meme coin pump from this point and this point 200%. Yeah, but I'm telling you here, I was just lucky. I was lucky. This is not like I am very good farming, right? No, no, no. I was just lucky. Yeah, and it's fine. Okay, but that is very important. You need to recognize yourself, recognize when you are just lucky, and actually you make that money, the profits, because actually you learn how to do that. In this case, yeah, I was just lucky, but usually what is a meme coin, right? So what is going to happen? Usually what happens with meme coins is like this, right? When I don't know. The thing here is like you have to be careful here. I'm not saying you cannot make profits with meme coins, but it's very risky if you don't know what you are doing. In my case, I prefer to build a system and consistently, right? Consistently over time, I know my system is gonna give me profits every month, every week, right? But consistently, instead of thinking like tomorrow I'm gonna buy Trump, right? And I'm gonna be a millionaire, right? It could be the case, right? Remember, I posted in my channel, on my social account. Let me show you here for maybe one for 5 minutes, I was multi-millionaire. Let me show you here. Let me show you. I was millionaire here. Let me show you. I made $5 million with $200,000 only for 5 minutes. Of course, it was a rock pull, right? But it's a very good example. Like you have to be careful with these kind of things, right? I'm not saying you cannot make money, right? But you have to be careful. As you can see here, I was millionaire for 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 million, 5 million. Oh my God, beautiful, right? But of course, it was a rock ball, as I said before. So that's why be careful here. If you want to do that, I cannot say you. I don't say. I am not saying you cannot do that, but well, the odds are actually not very good, right? Okay, now let's continue with more. Why I entered in short right now here? Because I opened a short here. I am in profit right now here. It's very simple. First of all, we have volatility. As you can see here, volatility is super low, right? So that's why volatility is very low, we can expect a range sideways, right? As you can see here, yes, the price actually is in sideways. Perfect, good. Now we have a sell signal here, right, for our chart. So looking for, well, downside. And also the volume is in sideways. When you see dots like this, like some dots in red and green in the same area, is because the volume is in sideways. Plus, 1-day chart, timing is very important, where actually volume, the hill of curve is here, where if we see the stats, every time when Bitcoin, the curve, sorry, is between this area, we go here, and we can say is the first band here is around 86%, 86%. Sorry, here, no, 66% of the time, we can say there is a sell signal here, right? So 66% here is of probabilities like to see a sell signal here, and here around this area is 98%. So every time when you see the curve around this area is 98% based on probabilities, like you will see a reversal here. That is actually how to read this panel here. Because someone asked me, hey, how I can read this panel here, right? And why I didn't add the probability here, this is because probability is very low, very low. So this probability here is in this area, yeah, this area. That's why I didn't add the probability here, because it's below 50%. So if you see the signal here, there is a very high chance it's gonna be fake. So that's why we have to be careful here. Okay, so you can see here, of course, based on probabilities, right? What I can see in the markets and what my system is telling me. Okay, so now let's continue with 4-hour chart, because I think it's very important here. As you can see here, Bitcoin was actually in this support right now here. Technically speaking, is around $101,000. Breaking this area, I will be more comfortable saying Bitcoin is gonna dump all the way down to 94 if we see a close for our time frame close below 100k is gonna be enough to say Bitcoin will hit around 190k, 92 here. But if we see Bitcoin testing this area again, there is a very high probability, yeah, to see actually a continuation. This time all the way down to 74, 78, around there. So it's gonna take time, but remember, sometimes when volatility in 3-day chart, especially in this time frame, is very low, and you see sometimes, right, not all the time, because I saw it in 2021. Yep, I remember from $56,000 to around $30,000 in just in a couple days. So it was a massive red candle like this. So when I see volatility in 3-day chart, we can expect something like this, like a 25%, 30% a move to the upside or to the downside. Okay, now let's continue. I'm gonna continue with something else. Let me show you here the crypto tops. Yeah, I'm gonna add here Ethereum here. Ethereum. If you have any requests, just let me know in the comments, please. Now, let's talk about something very interesting here, because I'm telling you what I saw right now on X. Like, they are doing this, right? Many YouTubers are doing this. They love triangles, right? They love triangles because triangles are the best. Technically speaking, if you read any professional book, they are telling you the win rate of any pattern is around maybe 35%, around there. It's very low. So that's why I don't trade patterns. So this is the technical analysis I saw many times. Let me one moment. What? Here, something like this, right? Um, from here to here is around 280, and I saw one guy saying this: you can enter here around 3,800, and your stop loss below here, and he's doing this. And this guy has around 600,000 followers. So if you follow this kind of advice, your stop loss is gonna be around 45%. So you're willing to lose 45%, but you are gonna make on $10,000 around here, 160. You see. So what I have to say about this: first of all, don't follow patterns. Of course, no, thank you. This is not for me. Yeah. And the reason is same thing as I did in 2021 is because for me, this one could be descending channel, right? For other people, it could be maybe falling wedge, right? It depends of the line, right? Or maybe other people, they can say, you know what? This is just this is the triangle, right? Or maybe it is ascending wedge, right? Here, ascending channel, right? So it's your imagination, right? Whatever you want to see, right, is going to be there, right? So that's why here I don't use patterns, because when I follow patterns, I was doing that a long time ago. My mind is just no, but there is a head and shoulders. Why it didn't work? But there is a inverse head and shoulders. Why it didn't work? You see. So that's why it's very important for me. Is like, I'm gonna remove all the noise, and I will just follow the volume. The volume is your best friend as a primary tool, right? And of course the momentum as well, and well, and so on. So let me show you what happened here. This pattern right now, technically speaking, right now, if we don't use the triangle, right, we have a sell signal in the weekly chart. We have momentum is to the downside here. In volume is still a sell here into the chart, and the monthly is a sell signal. So the odds to see Ethereum breaking to the upside, like many people on social media, they are saying actually right now, they are very low, very low. So that's why be careful when you see these kind of things. If you are doing these kind of things, no problem, seriously, because we have to learn, right? You need to learn how not to do technical analysis, right? That's why it's very important. You need to learn all the patterns you see, like the triangles, the channels, everything. Why? Because it's very important what not to do. Okay, what not to do is very important. Okay, so if you can master the volume, you can master the volume. The volume is actually the key here. Okay, because volume is the price is very easy to move, to manipulate, right? For example, in the rug pulls, right, with Donald Trump, right? Yeah, but the volume, no, is very hard. Okay, so that's why be careful here. Be careful here if you are actually thinking like Bitcoin is just Ethereum, right? It's gonna just pump to the upside, right? In this case, now let me show you here as example. As example here, in 2021, very dangerous, very dangerous time. I remember this guy was actually now he has more subscribers, even more right now, and he was doing this, right? He was doing this. And here it's a time when I actually decided to open my YouTube channel, and I said here, this is like this, okay? This is like this, but of course the narrative is like Bitcoin is gonna break all the way up to $100,000, 200, blah 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 blah. As you can see here, well, of course I don't want to say I am always correct. No, but that's a very good example why following patterns is actually very dangerous. Okay, now let's continue. now let's continue. Let's see the comments. Buy the dip. Yes, of course I will buy the dip, right? I will keep shorting, right? But when I see the supports tested, of course I will buy the dip, and I will of course open longs if of course if my system is telling me right to open longs. Variance are variance. Yes, yes, you are correct. Harold, the volume, it depends on the time frame. I don't know which time frame you are watching. Simon, Nokia, yeah, of course I will continue with the stock market later. XRP is garbage for me. Yes, it's still garbage. I mean, XRP. I don't like XRP. Mhm. But one thing is what I think, another thing is the price action, right? As this is the volume. No, sorry. XRP, use them. I think it's this one. Yeah. Right now here, for example, if we see the weekly chart, yeah, I think it's testing the previous high here, previous high, and still look at this. We have a weekly chart sell signal here. It's like this. Okay, it's like this. So as long as it's about $2, I am still bullish. I'm not saying it's gonna just crash, right? Technically speaking, I think honestly I think it's gonna break $2, but as long as it's about $2, everything should be fine. But you need to see XRP holding $2 for at least 3 months. I think 3 months. We have a sell signal here forming right now, so it's the time. The following 3 months, you will see your favorite coin, right? XRP uh, just dropping, right? A little bit more. So my volume, let me see my volume. My volume, I think, is good. Let me see. 1 second. Let me check. Let me check my volume because the comments. Okay, let me see here. Okay, let's see if you can hear me better now. Okay, so now we have a sell signal forming right now for XRP plus the signals we have for Bitcoin. Looking for $2. $2 is gonna be my first target. I will not short. I don't short altcoins. Volatility is something I don't like. We have a better surveillance right now in one day chart. Very obvious right now. So the target is gonna be around 2.50 all the way down. Potentially next target is gonna be around $2 around there. As long as XRP holds $2, everything should be fine in the long term. In the long term, okay. But eventually, I think it's gonna break down. If you see $2 broken this year, the next target should be around 1.50, around 1.50, 1.40, around there. Okay, now let's continue with more altcoins. For example, Cardano. We have a sell signal here right now. Finally, the confirmation here. Volume, we have the first warning sign in volume, as you can see here. So it's gonna take a few weeks, but overall, I think Cardano is gonna hit around 0.50, 0.60 in the long term. 0.50, so 0.60 in the long term. So that's why we have to be careful here. If you see 0.50, 0.60 broken, you will see around 0.35 cents. Honestly, I like the chart of Cardano because it's in range. It's in sideways here since 2022. For me, it's looking like consolidation in the long term. As you can see here, the volume is actually still good in monthly, but it's gonna take years, right? But the momentum here is not good. I think in the long term we will see around maybe 0.50, 0.40 around there, as long as Cardano this year, right, don't break 0.30 cents, everything should be fine. It's a warning sign, right? Because if we are gonna start the bull market, I think this year, be careful here because if your altcoin, for example, in this case Cardano, is holding right this area, but you see Bitcoin breaking down right more this year, eventually potentially right, you have to be open to the possibility like what you are gonna do if Cardano breaks 30 cents. Yeah, because if you see Cardano breaking 30 cents, the next target is gonna be around 0.10, right? So that's why just careful here, careful, because I know some of you are long-term investors, so you have to open your mind, like you have to always see the both sides of the market, right? Always. Okay, now let's continue with Solana. Solana is one of my favorite altcoins. Actually, in the next bull market, I am looking for to buy Solana, and also this year I'm gonna enter in the DeFi ecosystem like more seriously. So I'm gonna start as investor, right, with farming and these kind of things. I'm gonna start actually. I will try to build a strategy as well. Something I saw after doing my research about farming is like I realized it's a very good business. It could be a very nice way of making profits. All the YouTubers I saw, all the guys I saw there, they know very well what they are doing. But the problem I saw about real farming is like many of them they don't know anything about technical analysis, and that is actually something we can use here, right? So that's why I'm thinking to apply my skills as a trader, right, for gel farming. So let's see. I will tell you this year. Let's see what is going on. What could happen if I find a good system also for gel farming. I will let you know here, right? But it's gonna take a few months. It's gonna take a few months. Okay, so let's talk about Solana. Solana, we have a sell signal here, right? A sell signal in monthly, so we can expect Solana is gonna hit 1 million, right? Of course not. So weekly chart here, we have what? A better divergence here. We have a better divergence right now. There is no way I will be bullish in the long term for Solana. Of course not. This high around almost $300 is stronger right now. So volume is actually not good, as you can see here. This volume here, we can expect like in the long term, Solana is gonna be in the best scenario, is gonna be in sideways in the best scenario. But honestly, I don't think so. I think in the long term, if you see around 150 broken, finally the party is gonna start for the bears. So, but let's see. First, I need to see Bitcoin moving, breaking key levels, and after that, we can start discussing the potential targets for altcoins. But I want to be honest with you. This year, I will be aggressive in altcoins. Right, this year it's the first year. For the last 3 years, I've been just trading Bitcoin. This year is gonna be interesting because this year I want to get ready, not just only for Bitcoin, with altcoins as well. I'm gonna start actually. I will invest not just only in projects like, for example, Solana. Like I know the charts. Also, I'm gonna apply another strategies to maybe start buying new blockchains and new things like that. Of course, based on other data, because I don't like the news. It's because this. No. I'm gonna start. I will build another type of strategy. I need to diversify. I want to learn new systems. I want to build new systems this year. So that's the point. Okay, so as you can see here in one day chart, we can expect the range here around between 160 and 200. If you see 160, 150 for Solana, well, we can talk about it, but you can expect that the next target should be around 90 and after that 50. But it's too soon to say it, so that's why we have to wait for Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is moving finally, right? 100K. Yeah, let's see. One day chart, as you can see here. Yep. I think today maybe is going to be the day. Potentially, yes. Around 97 first target, 94, 93 is going to be the second target. Awesome. If that happens, I will just keep my short open, looking for continuation. Let's see. Some traders, because now I'm trading X, right? Just one of them actually said around $89,000 is going to be 89, could be the target. I agree with that. But it's the only one. Mostly all of them, when I read on Twitter, is like, or X, all of them, they are calling Bitcoin is gonna pump to the infinite, right? So okay, let's continue with the comments. So Dodge, okay, Dodge. Let me just change here, altcoins here, because I need to organize. I am trying to keep it clean. My list. Okay, Dodge. Okay, altcoins. please specify a time frame, okay? Every time you want to know something, I don't know your profile, like you are short term, long term, I don't know. But in the long term, I can tell you we have a sell signal right now in weekly chart. So this is gonna be, this is to the downside in the following months, of course, right? This is to the downside. So that's why it's like this, okay? Into the downside in the following months. Let me see the monthly here. The monthly we will see a sell signal very soon, maybe in the next close. But closing below 0.27 cents, you will see continuation all the way down to 0.15 cents. In one day chart, you are bullish here, or you want to be bullish here, right? Because remember, the time frame is different. The time frame is different. So here is to the upside. Sorry, no. This is the support and this is the resistance, right? So right now here, let me show you here, is sideways here. If you, as long as it's 0.3 cents holding, right? Holding here, technically speaking, right? It should be to the upside only if you have the buy signal in the, maybe by the end of the week, because you have to wait for this buy signal here, right? Buy signal here, something like this. Yeah. So you have to wait for not just only Doge, like any asset, like holding here, holding. Yeah. The asset must prove you like actually that's the support, and after that a bounce. But the volume is not very good actually. It's trending to the downside. So there is a very good chance to see a breakdown, especially if Bitcoin starts actually breaking 100K. In the moment when you see Bitcoin breaking 100K, I think many people will start entering panic, and you will see finally Bitcoin dropping more, because people will enter in panic and will keep selling everything, right? But let's see. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with, let me see what time is right now. Okay. I'm gonna create, as you can see, I'm creating new lists here as request. So I need to organize everything. If you ask me about the stock market or something, of course I need to create another list as request, because I had a mess in my here on TradingView. So that's why, please, if you want to know about the stock market, please let me know. I'm gonna create a new list here. Create a list. Stocks. Okay, let me see the stocks now. Nokia, right? You wanna see Nokia? Okay, let's talk about Nokia. Please tell me your time frame: short term, long term, 1 day, weekly chart, monthly. Okay. Okay, let me see. I cannot find your one. Let me do it here. One on. Is this one? Okay. So when the chart is a sell, it's still a sell, looking for 4.20 around there. 4.20. If we see the weekly chart, we have here as a signal still present. Volume is in sideways here. It's trending to the upside, but it's in sideways. Looking for around 4. As long as above 4, it's still good. But the monthly here, we have this in the MI55. This is not good. You know what I'm going to say right now, right? Every time when you see the asset testing the MI55, that is something I don't want to. No. For example, in this case, right, as investor, right, if I bought Nokia around here, this is my target, and that's all. I will just close my position there. That's all. Okay. Now let's continue with the next one. I think it's this one. Okay. Okay, the monthly is in sideways, as you can see here. It's in sideways here. We have a monthly buy signal here. There is no volume here. So as you can see, it's trending. Actually, it's trending to the upside. So the best thing we can do here is just looking for the buy signals here in the monthly. You see, every time when you have a buy signal here, is to the upside. So we will get. Actually, we have a buy signal here very soon, maybe next month. So this is like this, looking for the resistance in the long term, right? In the long term, it's like this around here, around 2.80, around there in the long term, of course. You will have to wait maybe 6 months to see the results. That's why I don't trade stocks. I'm so boring. I need action. I need action. I need to see blood in the streets, and that's why I like cryptocurrencies, because it's very, 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 very good. Yeah. 1 second. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with something else. Okay, Nike. Okay, let's talk about Nike stocks. Let's talk about Nike. Nike is something. Nike, actually, I bought Nike. Yeah, I bought Nike. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you something here. Well, after Nike. One moment. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second because I need to check something first. I continue. Okay, never mind. Okay, we'll continue with Nike. Okay, so as you can see here, Nike, we have a potential bullets are brains forming right now. Not yet. It's not ready. We have the only problem I have with this setup is the volume. It's turning to the downside. But if we see the bi-monthly here, we have a buy signal potentially forming right now. And also the 3-month chart here, we have the MA55 tested here. The last time when the Nike tested here the MA55 in 3 months, it was at $4. So the last time was in 2000, so 24 years ago, right? So because of this, I cannot be bearish here. This is like this. The problem with Nike is like you are actually expecting like in a few months it's gonna recover. I don't think so. I think it's gonna take time. Where actually with these bullets of variance, right? As long as it's not making new lows, everything should be fine. Maybe around 100 is the first target I will start looking for. Breaking 100, you will see new ATA. So weekly chart, let me show you here. We have a bullets divergence right now. I am not financial advisor, remember. I am not financial advisor. You can do whatever you want with your crypto, your stocks, whatever. But if you ask me right now, this is like this. There is no other direction. It's this like this. Yeah. And this is the best moment, at least for me, to buy right now. There. Exactly there. Of course, I am not financial advisor, right? You can do whatever you want, but that's something I am telling you. And remember what happened with Netflix in 2022, right? With Meta. People were just making jokes about me, right? This is a lifetime opportunity. And right now, what happened? New all-time high, right? In the long term, I actually am pretty good. Yeah, that's why I am a swing trader, not a scalper. Because as a scalper, no, thank you. It was so painful for me. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with Bitcoin. Right now is actually at 100K, looking for a breakdown all the way down to 94 in the long term. Yeah. This is another system I am using. Okay, now let's continue with more. Okay, the last one about stocks, and because I wanna move to another topic. Okay. Stocks. Okay, let's see. CPR. Yeah, in the long term, actually, my system is very good, especially for the stock market. Yeah, but for me, I don't like it because so boring. I need to wait for maybe years. No, thank you. I can make the same profits with Bitcoin and crypto easily in just 1 month. So that's why I don't do that. As a long-term investor, is fine, right? But for me, yeah, I'm a little bit more aggressive than that. Okay, monthly for this one. Let me see, clear downtrend, right? Downtrend, but let's see the by monthly here. By monthly here. Oh my God. Okay. This is very interesting here. Okay. Last hope. Okay. Okay. You wanna buy this thing? Keep in mind the only chart bullish about this stock is the 3 month chart. So you will have to wait around maybe 3 years or 4 years. Okay. If you are willing to wait that time, you will have to wait at least for until maybe March, April, and you have to see this asset is not breaking 5.50. Not now, because there is no evidence right now. So what I will do here is like, okay, this is the area, potential area. So what I will do here, I will go just to the monthly, looking for a potential buy signal or even weekly chart. Weekly chart. Now we have a weekly chart buy signal, but in this case, I will feel more comfortable maybe looking for the monthly. With the monthly buy signal here, I will feel more confident. Like here in this area, potentially this area of this is gonna be support, because right now there is no evidence like it's gonna be the support. But keep in mind this: if you want to buy this, you will have to wait around 3-4 years if you are looking for 3 month chart. So it's gonna take a long time. In that time, Bitcoin will hit 200k, 500k, 1 million. So for me, all in for a Bitcoin, not this thing. For me, right? Okay. Now I finished my technical analysis for Bitcoin. Let's talk about a little bit of education about trading. Some guys ask me, hey, I don't have the essential version of TradingView. I cannot use the community indicators because they are very bad. How I can actually know without price action, right? Because I am not very good. How I can check support and resistance, right? So there is a very easy way. I did this long time ago. When I was checking my notes, because I am updating my website. My website. I will show you my website later. A long time ago, I did this when I was LOA trader, because I was LOA trader long time ago. Long time ago. I do that, but just in the long term. But there is one tool. One tool actually is very useful, very very useful, especially if you are very bad at price action, right? And maybe you don't have. You are having problems to identify the support and resistance, and you don't have access to the volume profile. This is a tool here on TradingView you can use. Let me show you. In the Fibonacci levels, you have here this game box. So what is the first time, right? Yeah, well, for LOI traders, it's very popular. They love this thing because Fibonacci levels, right? But in my case, I like to do that. I like to use it in different way, because if you watch about this thing, you will see some creepy, weird way of trading, like with many circles. Fibonacci. It's so confusing. It's like this. Let me show you here. They are doing something like this. They are doing something like this. Like this, you see? Like this, with many Fibonacci levels. The curve, oh my God, it's nothing. It's like over engineering for me in software development. No, thank you. I like to keep everything simple. So, but sadly, I learned how to do that, right? So that's why, because when I started a long time ago, I did LOA trading, trading with LOA theory for 3 years, and seriously, it was terrible. But there is some, I could rescue some tools. Well, this one, this gain box is actually one of them. For example, in this case, right, we have Bitcoin right now. So what we can do here is from the bottom, right, from the bottom of this price action here, the bottom here to the top, right? Or it could be around here. It depends, right? Here, yeah. And as you can see here, we have here, let me reset this in this tool because I think it's gonna be better if I show you the normal version. It's like this, okay? So you are gonna just move. As you can see here, where the high is around 0.25, okay, 0.25. And as you can see here, you have different Fibonacci levels. We will keep it simple. I just suggest remove all the levels, the vertical levels here. So let me do that. The time levels, just remove the time levels here. And as you can see here, you can just add with your rectangle here from 618 to 0.75 here. You can mark this one as resistance, and from a 0.25 cents, 0.25 cents to 0, the support. So that is the way how you can actually use this one. You can say 0.25 to 1, potentially yes, as an overextension, but usually it's like that. So if you remove this tool right now, you will get the range where you can actually trade. So every time when the price is in the green box here, you can start looking for, well, potential support. When is between in the red or above the red, you are looking for resistance. Yeah, it's very easy. And now if we do that in weekly chart for Bitcoin, for example here in 2018, we can do the same thing, right? We can go from bottom to the top, and also we can extend this tool here, and we mark again the support and resistance. Resistance is this area, and this one is the support. All this area is the support. Yeah, I know it sounds it's a lot, right? That's why I didn't like it. But for trading, real execution, usually I use this one from this point and this point, right? Remember, you are watching weekly charts, so that's why the ranges are so huge. So here is the support, and here is your support and resistance levels. As you can see here, the price action actually is doing very well because, for example, here, resistance is here, right? Resistance is here, 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 and support was here and here, right? Of course, if you do that in higher time frames, the range is going to be even bigger. Now, we do the same exercise here. We can actually do that in the same way here. Sounds crazy, but actually it's working. For example, from the bottom here to the top here. And as you can see here, if we extend this tool all the way like this, we can say, okay, the resistance is here, and this is the support. This is the support around all this area, between 7,000 to 5,000. Resistance is from $12,000 to $14,000, right? So if we remove this, you can say, okay, as investor, because we have weekly chart, right? This is the area. Okay, between 6 and 5K, I will just buy Bitcoin. And if I see Bitcoin at 12, 14, I will sell. Of course, I'm talking about this period of time, okay? Don't get me wrong. This period of time, yes. This is the first, so it was support, and this is what resistance. Now, if we repeat the same exercise from here, from the bottom here, around almost 4K to the top, we extend here this tool, we can say, okay, in this price action, right, forget about right now all of this here. We can say, okay, the first area to buy is around here, around 20K, 28K. And the resistance in the future is going to be around 40 and 53K. Now, if we just check what happened after that, the bottom was around here. In the higher time frames, weekly and monthly, usually the bottom is around 25.25. I backtested this, yeah, around there. And as you can see here, it's around 20K, yeah, and the resistance was around here of 40 and 50K. Yeah, and actually it makes sense because actually a long time ago, I was looking for a short position around this area. And after that, well, now this is not valid anymore, right? Now, if we repeat the same process, imagine like right now, Bitcoin, $109,000 is the top. It's an exercise, okay? This is the bottom. This is the top. We can expect like the first support for Bitcoin, because it's above there, is gonna be around here, between 74 and 86. Makes sense for me because 74 actually is the area I'm looking for right now. If Bitcoin breaks 100K, 94, sorry. And the second area to start looking for to buy, right, is below 50K, between 50K and 40K. That is gonna be potentially the long term. A little bit lower, maybe around here, around this area, between 28 and 30K. And actually makes sense for me. Actually, the bottom is around here. If Bitcoin, this is the top. If this is the top, right? There is a very good probability. Actually, it's very close. We are very, very, very close to the top. It's around here. I cannot tell you exactly the number, right? But it's around here. It's very close, between 110, 115, 120, whatever, around that area, or maybe right now, but we are very close. Okay, so you can use this tool, right, just to identify potential supports and resistance if you think like you have to improve your skills with price action, right? Okay, guys, I think that's all. That's all for today. Remember, if you let me just fix this. Okay, let me check. Let me show you here. Remember here, this is my website, leonidascryptocave.com, and as you can see here, you can join here to my website. And also you can study my trading system. Of course, there are some articles. I need to keep writing my articles here. The first part I want to cover is the psychology of trading, risk management. And I will keep posting every week an article about all the system. I'm going to explain the momentum, time, everything, all the indicators. I want to explain all the system here. And second here is you go here to my trading journal. Oh my god, I need to check. One moment. Never mind. The thing here is that you can join there. You can just enter and you can check actually if the information there is useful for you. Useful for you. Just let me know in the comments if you need some help. One moment here. If you need some help, just tell me now in the comments, and also join to the Discord, right? The private channels. And remember, if you want to get access for free to all the content, my Discord and everything, you can just create Bluffing Exchange account with my account there, and everything is gonna be free. The indicators, everything for free, because you will help me with your fees, right? As long as you're trading in that exchange, with your fees, you will help this channel. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and see you in the next